Watch out, cause I'm here now and I'm staying. Claws out, this the fight that I've been craving. I know there's something inside of me, but it's been masked by fear and anxiety. But no more, I'ma break out of the chains. Let's go! I'm waking up, this ain't enough. All of my dreams were starting to rust, but I believe that I can adjust. Positive thoughts, I'm starting to trust. Nothing's deserved unless you work. Something at work requires an urge. I have been hurt by those at their worst, but that gave me will, some power, a surge. And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. We can hit it conquer, fight like we're monsters. We can last much longer, greater as forever. We can hit it conquer, fight like we're monsters. And we can last much longer. I am a hunter, I've been filled with demons and hunger. I am the thunder, I command the masses in numbers. Look at the fear in their eyes, this is what happens when you are surprised. It's time to meet your demise, just call me Zeus and look to the sky. Everything's amplified, no they cannot deny, I will be rectified. If you dissect me, find scar tissue left behind, injuries that define me to my core. They'll hear me roar like never before, the pain I absorbed is feeding my core. I'm hard to ignore, I'll beat down your door. If you wanted war, well then you got war. And they know that I won't surrender, so they fear me as a contender. When I fight, they always remember, yeah. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great. I will be known, I won't let go. I will not stop, I will be great.
All right, I'm over it. I'm over the music already. Okay, y'all ready? So I don't know why or what or whatever. I literally got to page 9. Me and Crane didn't realize that we were just talking to each other. And I think this article is super important. Yeah, it is 12:01. Woof. I was just gonna let the live be ended and not come back, but I think this article is super important. And I don't look, as I was trying to tell y'all before I was rudely interrupted, but it never got out. I don't know where this article came from. I don't know if I found it. I don't know if somebody on Discord found it. I don't know if it was emailed to me. I don't know if it was put on my computer. All I know is I don't know where it came from, and I've never seen it before, and I want to read it to y'all. So let me close that. Let me minimize that. Let me pull this back up. Let me share my screen, because I think this part is super important. Super important. Okay. Y'all can see my screen? Let me make it full screen. I don't want to zoom in any more than that. So I got to go over this. This is 27 pages long. I am not reading this whole damn thing. What I will do so that y'all can read through this yourself is I will do one of them scroll videos that I normally do. And I will upload this. I don't know. I'm sure you could go to Popula. It's a news article website and find this. This is written by a Sarah Miller on June 1st, 2018. And it is titled, "One of Us is Telling the Truth." And it says the quote, "At that point, Jennings said, I knew the fix was in." If anybody wants to hop up on panel, you are more than welcome to. I will drop an invite link. I'm just going over this article, and then I'm calling it a night. I want to wake up bright and, well, not bright and early, but at a pretty decent time tomorrow morning and start getting some screen printing done. All right, link is in chat. If you don't want to come up, that's fine too. I'm just, like I said, I'm going to read this article. All right, so this is a campaign photo of Cliff Newell which is this guy right here. Let's just get on with it. What does it? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. The more I read this, I was kind of upset that I didn't get to say it the first time and be done with it, but we got to do it for a second time. Yeah, you just wait, dude. Some of the stuff in this article is like, ooh. All right. 1. In May of 2015, Deputy Sheriff Jason Mackey and Assistant District Attorney Glenn Jennings met outside the courthouse in Nevada City, California. Jennings, in his late 50s, was tall with graying dark hair and a neat mustache. Charles Bronson, with 3/4 of Bronson's menace drained out of him. I love whoever wrote this article. Sarah Miller, bravo. Mackey, a cross between a NorCal bro and an Amish farmer, had been with the sheriff's department since 2005, and for almost a year, a member of its narcotics task force. In Mackey's hand was a search warrant he had written the previous January to search the home of Andrew Bell. Yikes. For methamphetamines. The search had turned up 1.82 grams of methamphetamine, a little over $100 worth. Bell was placed under arrest. What he had brought Jennings and Mackey to court that day was that Bell's attorney had challenged the warrant authorizing the search in the first place. Mackey had been called on to testify in its defense, but had refused. I can't take the stand, he told Jennings. It's not something that a law enforcement officer should ever say. Anyway, why not? Jennings asked. The deputy pointed to the warrant and said, I didn't have this address at the time I wrote the warrant. That's a big no-no. Jennings, who is in his 20 plus years as a prosecutor, had never heard the words, I can't take the stand, from a law enforcement officer. Promptly dismissed the Bell case, his quarter Bronsonness likely bringing a slight scowl to his face as he did so. There are people in this county who will try to tell you that it's not really a big deal that Jason Mackey said, I can't take the stand that day. That's I mean, I have a problem with it and I don't even live there. They will say that he was young, he's in his 40s, that he made a mistake, that everyone makes mistake. Here we go with some Megan shit. This feels weird. One of these people is our incumbent DA, Cliff Newell, Glenn Jennings' opponent in the fast approaching district attorney election. The two men will face voters next. I'm trying to skip over the politics. This is mainly about politics and drugs, okay? We're going to skip over this because this just kind of tells you about his campaign. I'm going to move on to this. All right, so they like this other DA because he's not the other dude, okay? Okay, so it's Republican, blah, blah, blah. Wait, who was on the... I'd always had a perverse desire to see the inside of Nevada County Republican headquarters, and it did not disappoint. I am not a member of any political party. I said, are you a Republican? See, this doesn't matter. It was a few days after the Parkland shooting. More politics. I promise there's a lot to this. I think I was on page 9 when it's okay. So, and then it says here, after Jennings retired from the Butte County District Attorney's Office in 2012, Newell brought him in to work part-time in Nevada County's smaller satellite office in Truckee, which had been neglected for some time and had a backlog of cases needing attention. Jennings caught up on the work apparently well enough that Newell shipped Anna Ferguson, his longtime ADA, to Truckee and promoted Jennings in her spot. Oh, into her spot. Okay. It's very interesting, Ara. I don't know if you sent this to me. I don't know if you put this in Discord. I don't know where this came from. I really don't know. I don't recall anybody ever talking about this. And whenever I started reading this earlier today, I was like, oh shit, we definitely gotta. And then, like, I don't know why, like, when I went to read this in my last live, like right before I decided to pull it up, my live ended. I don't know, but here we are. 28 people. Thank you for being here. Miss R, if you want to hop up on panel, you're more than welcome to. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Okay. Immediately after Mackey said, I can't take the stand, Jennings met with his boss, Newell, as well as a chief DA investigator, Randall Billingsley, and the three agreed that an investigation of Mackey was in order. Just, it really does. Me and Crane were discussing this privately because I guess we weren't live anymore. But it really makes you wonder if these are the things that they're hiding on that transparent California where it's all redacted on what's been filed against them. I wonder if this is one of the things that are, I don't know, curious. The name of this article is called One of Us is Telling the Truth. It is written by Sarah Miller. And it's from Politica or something. Popula. I'll tell you in a second. Just let me get through this because I already got to page 9 before I realized I wasn't even talking to y'all about it. And we're only on page 4 right now. And I really don't want to read all 27 pages. So I'm just going to kind of skip through it. Newell tapped Billingsley to do the job. With Jennings observing, Billingsley interviewed 3 sheriff's deputies, all of whom stated that they would not sign the warrants written by Mackey. Additionally, a Grass Valley police captain told Jennings and Billingsley that he would watch himself around Mackey and money. When months later I asked Newell about this, he said, we call that gossip, 8th grade stuff. But this wasn't the 8th grade. It was a law enforcement officers conducting official interviews. Yeesh, dude. CB. Okay, based on the information gathered in the interviews, Jennings drew up a plan to look at all sealed portions of Mackey's warrants to see if there was any evidence of wrongdoing. Newell and Billingsley both agreed this was a reasonable next step, but things did not proceed reasonably. A few days later, Newell spoke to Sheriff Keith Royal and Captain Jeff Pettit in the Nevada County Sheriff's Office. Shortly thereafter, he told Jennings, who had not yet pulled Mackey's warrants, that he wanted the investigation stopped. Yikes, y'all. Yikes. And this is how it happens. It really is. This is right there. It's just somebody simply saying, mind your own fucking business. Don't worry about it. Yep. That's the word, Ara. Corruption. Yep, that's it. That's the answer. Yep. Now he's my boss at the time, and I said, okay. Jennings said his free, uninjured arm swerving out. Wait a minute. Where's the part where he blamed it on his son? Hold on. I missed a part, I think. Hold on. There's a part in here where he blames his own son. Hold on, let me find it. No, that was page 9, I thought. Oh no, I got to it somewhere here. Hold on. It's down here somewhere. Newell then told Jennings that Mackey, who is now on what the sheriff's office called rehabilitation, was going to write all warrants for the narcotics task force. Other officers would vouch for his affidavits. Common sense tells you that's crazy, Jennings said. But if another officer is going to sign off on every part of that, I said, it's a little strange, but I will go along with it. When I talked to Newell later, he would repeatedly describe the issue with Mackey as personnel issues. Personnel issues? Some days later, Deputy District Attorney Oliver Pong called Jennings and said that Mackey had shown up with a warrant for him to approve, and he had named an officer who, it turned out, would vouch for parts A and B, but not C. Jennings told him not to sign it. Newell himself had said that Mackey's warrants were supposed to be completely verified by other officers. I have the video for this right here. So there's a video that goes along with this, or you did a video on this already, Ara. Mackey arrived in Jennings' office a couple days later with a warrant for him to sign. Jennings asked Mackey if another officer had signed off on it, and Mackey looked at him and he had no idea what he was talking about. At that point, Jennings said, "I knew the fix was in." Yikes. Ugh. A while later, Newell asked Jennings to come to his office. "You pissed off the sheriff," Newell said. Newell told Jennings he could either quit or Newell could fire him. Bro, yeah, this is about Jason Mackey. That I think so. I'm not sure, CB. That I would have to look at. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah. "I didn't want to make a scene," Jennings said, "so I quit." Mm. This is crazy. This is a DA. In addition to stopping an investigation of the sheriff's deputy when the sheriff requested it, Jennings explained Newell hadn't tried a felony case in 12 years, and many of the cases he tried before that they were DUIs. This lack of know-how led to a lack of mentorship, in turn led to a lot of turnover in the office. There had been 5 ADAs in 3 years, and deputy DAs didn't stick around either. Mm. All right. Okay, this is about the gold rush. See, there's a lot of talk about the pot growers, big grows, illegal grows, guns buried with their crops. That's crazy. Sacramento, Tahoe, it's rural but not completely cut off from civilization. We have a cadre of hipsters who could hold their own against Brooklyn or Silver Lake's finest. Yikes. Population about 100,000. 93% of those people are white. Liberals here writing their hands about this. Okay, this is all about. There are some meth labs. Crime rates here are fairly low. There are some murders connected to the drug trade. Whoa. Some people just murdering each other sometimes. What the fuck? I'm going to read this again. Crime rates here are fairly low. There are some meth labs, there are some murders connected to the drug trade, and some to people just murdering each other sometimes. When there is a murder here, it surprises people, but it doesn't shock them. But the town of Truckee says that there's zero murders in Nevada County. So, look, one of us is telling the truth. The backstory of Deputy Mackey's troubles is pretty much all about the pot industry, which is in sort of a weird place right now. Prop 64 made pot legal. Yep. Towns and counties do have some jurisdiction over how Prop 64 works. In Nevada County, Sheriff Royal, blah, 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 blah. Okay, the Bell warrant at the heart of the Newell Jennings Mackey imbroglio was for methamphetamine, but most of Mackey's warrants concerned pot. Oh, I can't click on that, girl. I'll have to check that. I can't click it from here, from StreamYard. Okay. Yeah, I might be going live again this weekend then, or at least making some videos. Okay. That's partly because of Nevada County, but also because pot was Mackey's meat and drink. Well, why ain't they focusing on all these underage kids that be smoking pot and shit, you know? Like, you have to be 21 to have a medical card to get this shit, or go to a dispensary to get this shit. Like, your minors are getting stoned at fucking 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old. Do something about it. In a court affidavit written in 2018, we find that in 2013, Mackey was assigned to the marijuana abatement team. He authored more than 20 civil abatement warrants, abated more than 4,000 marijuana plants, and investigated no less than 145 marijuana gardens. Well, then why is he going after this dude for meth? So, as Newell said to me later with admiration in a voice, Mackey was very prolific with the marijuana stuff on the task force, and they went to get him a lot of search warrants. 4. The first DA debate on the campaign scheduled was in Rough and Ready, which is right by Grass Valley, a community of about 1,000 people just east of Grass Valley. See, I was right. Rough and Ready, which is named after family last names. I think the Ready last name is spelled different though. Rough and Ready seceded from the Union for 3 months over mining rights in 1850, and the town still has a rangy, don't tread on me pioneer feeling. That's cool. Sitting above it all behind a veil of oaks, very on brand, is the community white clapboard, tin roofed Grange Hall. Never heard of that. Jennings had to resign because of Mackey. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. That's exactly what it says, Ara. Yep. You want to hop up on panel and talk about it? You're more than welcome to. I'm not staying live for too long. I'm just getting through some of this and then I'm gonna hop off. Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Kind of the pattern continues, right? Does it feel like it to you, Ara? It feels like a pattern? Okay, this is about politics again. After a coin toss. He had been a good steward of money. Then he talked about crime. Crime was decreasing. Because they don't pay attention to it. Or they're part of it. I don't know. This is cray-cray. I know. This is more about politics. I think politics has a lot to do with a lot of this corruption. That's my opinion. Dude, where was that part where he totally pulled a Megan and blamed why he fucked up on his fucking son? Hold on, he blames it on stress. Hold on. Control F. Let me find the word stress. There's a part in here I want you to read. Where's it at? Yeah, here it is, right here. This is where I missed. Okay. So this part says Deputy Sheriff Jason Mackey testified on the last day. At the start of his testimony, he broke down on the stand, sounds like Megan, recalling an operation his son had to correct hearing loss. Mackey claimed that the stress of his operation led him to make errors. I almost always tear up when other people cry, but faced with this performance, I remained entirely unmoved. It was about his kid being sick, and though I bought that his kid was sick, I didn't buy that he was still upset about it. It felt like an act. Mackey ended his testimony by examining the Gonsman Connor warrant. Mackey had attached to the affidavit 4 area photographs. 2 of them were a view of clearing in the forest, one closer, one farther away. The other 2 were satellite overlays showing the parcel owner, number, and address. None of these photographs was of marijuana. Mackey had written in the warrant that he had observed large marijuana plants under cultivation in 6 large greenhouses. He went on to say in his affidavit that the marijuana under cultivation was easily visible and that he had photographed marijuana under cultivation, but on the stand asked whether he could see what he was describing as marijuana in the photographs. And Mackey stated, "No, sir, not from the photograph." Wow. 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 This from the judge's decision. In addition, the detective offered no further explanation as to why he made the statement that he photographed the marijuana under cultivation. Judge Tice Raskin ruled that Mackey had provided false and misleading information to the judicial officer issuing the search warrant. I think I could just leave it at that. So what I'm going to do, because this is only page 15 of 27, is I am going to make a scroll video at some point tomorrow while maybe like my print screen's dry, because it takes like an hour for the emulsion to dry. Yeah, Miss Ara, I don't know. Hacky Mackey Billy. Extremely wrecked, Miss G. Absolutely. And this is why I want to focus on important stuff, because I think stuff like this is important. It kind of gets you to understand like what this law enforcement's about. And I mean, wasn't Mackey one of the people that wrote off with Clinton, Beard, and Reber on Kylie's autopsy report, right? Was it? I mean, a judge is saying right here that this guy falsified information in the court of law. So that's telling in itself. But what I will do is I will do a scroll video of this entire document. I will also throw it in Discord, because I'm not sure where it came from. I have no fucking clue, but I'm glad that I stumbled upon it today and I started reading through it. And there was just stuff in here that I felt y'all should be aware of. Stay safe, stay diligent. Justice for Kylie Rodney. I love you all. I might go live this weekend. I don't know. If I don't, I will at least drop some shorts, some videos. I love you all so very much. Please make sure you hit that like button. This is just the second part of my live from about, I don't know, a couple hours ago. So thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys so much. Okay. Thank you, Ara. Thank you. I love you guys. I appreciate you so much. Have a great night. God bless.